back for Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night. Everybody's a fan. Hey, this is the biggest party, man. We got swinging now and then. They got the thing started. We got the week, it's the time that is right. All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. I gotta get ready, make everything right. Monday night football coming on tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for the football? A Monday night party. Hey, this is rockin' random ain't ready to get the good time started. We got the teams on the field and we turned up the lights. All my rowdy friends are back for Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night. Everybody's a fan. Hey, this is the biggest party, man. We got swinging now and then. They got the thing started. We got the week, it's the time that is right. All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. I gotta get ready, make everything right. Monday night football coming on tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for the football? A Monday night party. Hey, this is rockin' random ain't ready to get the good time started. We got the teams on the field and we turned up the lights. All my rowdy friends are back for Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night.
Good evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. This is Kent Sprague with Jerry Johnson, Lynn Richards on the camera tonight, and also directing for the 6th game of the year. This game is against Jonathan Law of Milford, played at Strong Field in Madison. Both teams are 4-1 to this point. We are at the midpoint of the season with Hand with a 4-1 record. Jerry, this could be a good ball game. Both teams identical records.
This is going to be a great ball game tonight. We got two power football teams that are going to collide. Both teams are undefeated in the league, and only one team is going to emerge undefeated in the league after tonight, and will have sole possession of first place. Jonathan Law is a very physical team. They can do a lot defensively up front, similar to what Morgan did last week with gapping and slanting. That'll create some blocking problems up front for Hand. They have a powerful offense. They run a wing tee. They run a full tee with a full house backfield. Run a lot of misdirection, a lot of reverses. They don't like to throw the ball, but they're capable of throwing the ball. Last week against Guilford, 2 of their scores were in the air. It's going to be a real tough game, and we're looking forward to it.
Guilford apparently is a fairly strong team this year, and Law did beat Guilford last Friday night, right, Jerry?
Yes, we thought that Hand would have a strong test against Xavier. We thought that Hand would have a strong test against Morgan, and both of those teams did not put forth a quality enough team on the field to really amount to much. This is truly going to be a real tough test for the Tigers tonight.
We are about ready to get this game underway. We are about ready now for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
We are about ready to get this game underway. Jonathan Law has won the toss. Hand will kick off to Law for the first possession of this game. We might add that the additional noise, music in the background is the combined bands of the middle school and the high school, so we may be drowned out part of this game, Jerry.
But that's okay, but we're going to still see a heck of a game. Hand is kicking off. They're going to start off on defense, and it might be a good time to note that there is going to be a change on defense in that Ed Lynch in practice hurt his quadricep. He doesn't have full range of motion, which will hurt him a little bit on offense. Also, Pete Lawler will be starting in his position on defense.
Yeah, the kickoff and has fielded over the shoulder at about the 4-yard line and run right up the middle. And a good return up to about the 25. So Jonathan Law will get the first possession at about the 25-yard line, and a good long kick by Sean Lynch.
To the 25-yard line for Law.
Kent, Law runs an offense that's similar to Hand's in that they're a ball control offense. They have a young quarterback, a sophomore quarterback. They don't like to throw the ball a lot, but they like to have a power running game.
So Jonathan Law at the 25-yard line, first play from scrimmage of this ball game. Right up the middle, and he is tripped up by number 78, John McKinnery. The inside linebacker makes the tackle. Gain of about 2.
You know, we've talked about depth before. One of the things that Hand needs to do to stay in this game into the fourth quarter is stay healthy today. They can't afford any injuries because there really isn't a lot of depth to back up these guys out here tonight.
So as you said, Peter Lawler, number 80, is in the defensive secondary for Hand, taking the place of Ned Lynch, who will play on offense but won't play both ways. And a motion and a handoff. The first man through bounces off and gains about a yard. And in on that tackle is McKinnery. On the bottom of it, Matt Gentile up. So that will bring up 3rd and 5 for Jonathan Law.
And that was a good job by the defensive line. Last week, I think the line was somewhat lethargic. Really, the only play offensively that was working was the toss. They worked real hard this week, and they plugged up the hole that time.
So 3rd and 5 for Jonathan Law. First possession of this game, early first quarter, no score. Handed off to the motion man, swinging to the near side of the field and dive forward, and it looks like he's going to be just short. He needed to get to the 35, and he's not going to quite get there. He makes it to the 34. That'll bring up 4th and 1.
That was a good job by that side of the defense staying home, because what that was a reverse misdirection play to get the defense flowing one way and come back with a running back going on the other side.
So Jonathan Law in punt formation back, receiving for Hand are Tim Cunningham and Ken Wilson. Ned Lynch is a normal returner, but is not in now. High bounce, and bounce over the head of Wilson, who picks it up at the 25-yard line, swinging to far side, and gets it to the 27-28. Daniel Hand takes over for their first possession of the game at about the 28.
Ken, offensively, I don't think that we're going to see much different from Hand. What Hand did last week is they had difficulty moving the ball, and they found a play that worked. The toss was working for them. Tonight, they're going to find a play that works, and they're going to try to shove it right down Law's throat.
So Daniel Hand, first place in scrimmage. Matt Gentile, quarterback, over center, Peter Clark, in motion, Ken Wilson, and off the tailback, Ned Lynch, who takes it almost to the 30, gain of a couple.
I can't hear you, Ken, but I'm sure you're talking. We've got a real strong, forceful man in front of us. What Law does on defense is they slant a lot. Again, very similar to Morgan, and what the offensive line has got to do is pick up that slant and open up some holes.
So second down and 8. Gentile rolling to the near side, looking to throw. It's open. Complete pass to Sean Lynch, and he's up to a 45. That'll be a first down plus another 5. Complete pass, Matt Gentile to Sean Lynch.
And that's one way you can open up some holes with a short passing game. If they can get their short passing game working, what they're going to be able to do is keep the defense off stride.
And with the first down of this game to the 45. In the backfield for Hand are Scott Gunkowski, the fullback, blocking position, Ned Lynch, the tailback. And hand it off to Gunkowski, first man through. Gunkowski gains about 3.
Getting back to our injuries, we talked about Ned not being 100%. Scott Gunkowski still isn't 100%. He's a lot stronger than he was after the Branford game. And we won't see any action from Deacon Silius. He's still out.
Still out, all right. So second down and 8 for Hand at the 47. And off this time to Lynch, who slips and goes forward to midfield. Gain of about 2.
Lynch in the ball, carrying the ball for Hand out to the midfield strike.
That will bring up a third down for Hand and about 4.
Putting up 2 yards for Ned Lynch, brings up a third and 5 for Hand from midfield.
As we go, Jerry, let's pick up who is in the offensive line for Hand. Peter Clark is in at center. This time Hand has 2 men split to the right. Ken Wilson in the slot. Gentile rolling right, looking to throw, and it's intercepted down at the 34-yard line of return in the middle of the field, and the tackle is made by Gentile. So an intercepted pass.
Yeah, it was great blocking on the corner. Jonathan Law was running a 4-4 defense. They had 4 men down rushing the quarterback. The end got in. The offense picked up the blocking very nicely. The ball just seemed to sail over the head of the offensive man.
So Jonathan Law gets the ball back at the 46. We have 7:22 left. First quarter, no score. And up over the far side. And a gain of a couple of yards. Justin Kingsley in on the tackle. Chris Holt. Peter Clark.
What that was that time, Ken, was a full house backfield where all 3 backs were in the backfield. The first back dove, and the fullback followed that halfback through the line with the other back trailing.
So Jonathan Law at the 49-yard line, second down and 8. Quarterback handoff to the tailback, swinging to this side, and he gains about 2 or 3. Tackled by Matt Gentile.
Aaron Monroe on the carry for Law.
Law's got a big offensive and defensive line. They average over 200 pounds, and they're very capable of opening up some holes. So Hand's defense has really got to hang tough in there and get some penetration.
So that will bring up a third down and a short 5 for Jonathan Law. We have an official's timeout while we have a repair of somebody's helmet.
On the field.
The clock is down to 6:20 left, first quarter, no score. Jonathan Law's second possession. This game, third down and between 4 and 5. The misdirection headed to the far side, and a little bit of yardage tackled by Peter Clark. He's near a first down.
What that is, Ken, is a scissors play. They line up with a single setback with two wings. That setback that carried the ball went in motion, and it goes right up the middle on a trap scissors play.
So on third and about 5, that's close enough to measure. And the referee with a microscope says first down.
I said that. From Hand, 34-yard line.
First down for Jonathan Law. 6 minutes left, first quarter. The ball is at the 44. And off and a run to the near side of the field, and finally Jim Cunningham makes the tackle after about a 5-yard gain. So a pretty good gain on first down, Jerry.
That was a sweep to the right where their wingback was kicking out the end, and the back taking the pitch, cut inside the wingback's block, which is somewhat similar to Hand's toss right and toss left.
So the ball is caught about the 38. That will bring up 2nd and 5. And they're running to the near side of the field again with some blocking ahead of it, and that should give Jonathan Law first down. Tackle made by Cunningham and Chris Torres.
Kill the ball carrier for Law. Stopped by Chris Torres.
Well, as we said at the onset, they're a power football team. They like to run a control offense, very similar to Hand's control offense. They really feel that they have one of the best teams they've had in years. They feel that they're in contention for a league championship, and it's going to be up to Hand to stop them tonight.
So it's a strong running game so far we've seen from Jonathan Law. First down at the 32. And now swinging to this side again, and this one is stacked up. Matt Young is in on the play to mess it up, and it's been stopped by Ken Wilson and Chris Holt.
Great job on the corner that time. That was the play that they've run about 3 times in a row. And that time, Hand's defense was able to hang tough on the corner and get some penetration.
The ball carrier was looking for an opening and really didn't have any, and he only made a yard on that play. Good defense by Hand. In the defensive line for Daniel Hand are Derek Gunay, 91, Matt Young, 72, number 74 is Justin Kingsley. And it's a misdirection. It's a tackle by Joel Donnelly was the first man to make contact.
That's that same scissors play where number 35, the wingback, goes in motion and goes right up the one hole.
So it's down to the 27, bring up a 3rd and 5 for Hand. The rest of the line for Hand. Joel Donnelly, who was in on that tackle. Chris Holt protecting the far corner. And in the linebacking area, and the inside linebackers are John McHenry, 78, Chris Torres, 30, Chris Holt on one corner, and Ken Wilson on the other corner. And the run this time is to the far side, and ball carrier is met over there by Matt Gentile. Gentile and Torres are in on that tackle. Bring up a 4th down and about 2.
Also, Peter Lawler. Peter Lawler came up real quick from the secondary. They all made a nice hit to keep the back from getting that first down. Big play coming up with 4th and about 2 yards, Kent.
The secondary, again, is Peter Lawler, 80, Matt Gentile, number 7, and number 24 is Tim Cunningham. Big 4th down play for Jonathan Law. It's a pitch to the near side of the field, and the man does not get very much. He may be stopped short.
I think he's short. Great job by the defense on the corner that time.
I didn't see everybody who was in on the tackle. Ken Wilson was
Hands ball.
So Hand will get the ball back on downs, stopping a 4th down play. 2:48 left, first quarter, no score.
You know, sometimes a 4th down play like that, when the defense will hold, will juice the offense up, and it'll have the defense let down on the other side of the ball. Let's see what happens.
First down for Hand is at 23. It's handed off to Ned Lynch, who's going over right tackle and gains about 3. About the 26.
The report on Ned was that he didn't have full motion in his leg, but sometimes those muscle bruises, after you run on them a little while, will loosen up.
Ned Lynch gained about 3 yards. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. This time to Lynch swinging to the near side of the field, and he is not right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
What we just saw was a pitch right, toss right. We just saw a toss left, and that was what Dan was so successful last week at doing. And I don't know if you remember last week, Ken, but the lawmen had a coaching staff that was in the end zone throughout the whole game, and what they saw all day long was toss right and toss left. So I think they're keying on Ned and keying on that toss right and toss left.
So Ned Lynch will stop at the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd down and 7. Gentile looking to throw. It's in and out of the hands of the defender. Knocked down. Incomplete pass aimed for Sean Lynch. That will bring up a 4th down for him. 4th and 7. Ball to the 27.
We've got ourselves a ball game tonight.
It looks like a tough defensive struggle so far. Ned Lynch will be back in front formation. The blocker in front of Lynch is Tim Cunningham. Good snap and gets it out. A good long high kick. Long spiral, and it's over the head of the defender, but it bounces back the other way and is down by Peter Clark at about the 32. So a long kick, but it bounced the wrong way, Jerry.
But that was an important kick because if that kick didn't get yardage, the lawmen would have gotten the ball with good field position. As it stands right now, Hand has an opportunity to pin Law back.
So no run back when you kick over the man's head. Jonathan Law takes over to the 32-yard line. We're just down to a minute left. First quarter, no score. Full house backfield this time, and ended up coming over right tackle, tackled by Ken Wilson. And in the bottom of that tackle is Matt Gentile and Derek Danae. That will bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Jonathan Law, just short of the 35-yard line. And we're down to half a minute left in the first quarter.
They have that same formation with a double wing.
And it off to the tailback, and he is not right at the line of scrimmage. John McHenry scoops his man up. That should probably run out the first quarter. We're down to 19 seconds left.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great job by John to stand the blocker up, and really the runner ran right into the back of the blocker.
So that will bring up 3rd down and 7 at the 35, and we're down to 5 seconds left. They won't get this play off before the quarter runs out. That is the end of the first quarter. No score between Daniel Hand and Jonathan Law.
No score on the board.
As we begin the second quarter, Jonathan Law has a big 3rd down and 7 at the 35. The pitch to the right flank, right corner, and Ken Wilson is over there, and Matt Gentile and Tim Cunningham come up to lend support, so that play gained only a yard or so.
Great defensive play. What that was a quick pitch to the right. The left halfback spin it out to the left, the right halfback spin it out to the right. They pitch it out to him, and they strung it out real nicely. So that brings up a 4th down, and they're going to have to punt.
Basically no gain on that play. The ball still at the 35-yard line. 4th down and 7 for Jonathan Law. Punt formation. Back in receiving position are Tim Cunningham and Ken Wilson to kick the first. That a long high kick, and Cunningham goes back for it and falls down inside the 20 at about the 18 for a long punt by Jonathan Law. Daniel Hand will take over inside the 20-yard line.
18-yard line.
First possession in the second quarter, early second quarter, no score in this game. Set wide to the near side of the field is John Lynch, and Ned Lynch.
There we go.
Breaks through and makes a good gain. That's about an 8-yard gain for Ned Lynch up to the 25.
That was the play that worked so well last week. That time, Justin Kingsley kicked out, and John McHenry led the way, and Ned was able to get a good gain out of it.
So Ned Lynch gets close to 8 yards on first down. And now to Gumkowski, and Gumkowski is not going to get much, but he does go forward. He's close to having another first down.
Great second effort by Scott. He's real strong. He's got good, powerful legs. And that second effort, as you say, got him very close to a first down. He was stopped at line of scrimmage.
And the referee says too close to judge. We have an official timeout while they measure. Gets a first down by the length of the football on that second effort by Scott Gumkowski. First down for Daniel Hand. And off to first man through the fullback. I believe that was Chris Torres carrying. No, Scott Gumkowski. And he's up to the 30. Gained only a little over a yard.
That was a dive right, and what they're doing defensively is they are gapping and they are slanting. It's very difficult to pick up the block on a gapping, slanting defense.
So Scott Gumkowski getting close to 2 yards to the 30. Second down and about 8. And it's a pass play.
He's open.
The man wide open out there. A nice diving catch by John Lynch. Complete pass. First down. Halfway gain between 15 and 20 yards. And he was wide open. If he had been able to lay it in full stride, John Lynch would still be running.
That's right. All the way to Guilford.
He was headed that way. Complete pass. First down for Hand at the 47. And off to Ned Lynch right up the middle and a good gain.
And that was a great surge by the offensive line. Ned stayed right behind the blocking. There really wasn't a hole, but the offensive line had enough of a surge for Ned to gain about 4 yards.
I see both Peter Clark and John McHenry were about 5 yards downfield ahead of the blocking. Peter Clark is the offensive center. John McHenry is at one guard. Bill O'Donnell is another guard. Matt Young and Justin Kingsley at the tackle. Derek Dene at tight end. And it's handed off this time to Chris Torres, who fights his way forward.
And the power running of Chris Torres gets another first down.
And referee says first down. Ball is down to the 37.
I'll tell you, you start keying on Ned, there's a couple other backs up front between Gumkowski and Torres that can really burn you up the middle.
Scott Gumkowski comes in for Chris Torres on this play. 9 minutes left, second quarter. No score in this game. Straight back, looking to throw, and it's a pass play aimed for Wilson, intercepted and tackled by Scott Gumkowski out of bounds. So another interception by Jonathan Law.
And that's a shame, too, because Hand was really mounting a nice drive with a mixture of keeping the ball on the ground and putting the ball in the air.
So the return by Jonathan Lost is about the 48-yard line, where they will take over with 8:46 showing on the clock before halftime.
This is where you really see some character on the part of the defense, where they got to dig in real tough.
So Jonathan Law looking to throw a pass, and they're going long down the middle, and it's a big pass. Tackled by Cunningham at about the 29. So a complete pass. Cunningham was close to him, but on the wrong side. First down for Law at the 29-yard line. I believe that was the first even attempt to pass by Law, wasn't it?
That was the first pass, yes. It was a play-action pass.
So Jonathan Law back to the ground game, running over the right tackle, and a good gain over there. Finally tackled by Ken Wilson, and then Tim Cunningham and Matt Gentile coming up to meet the play, but not until it gains about 7 yards.
That was a great hit by Matt and Tim, but they can't allow these guys to have a second and 3.
So second and about 3 at the 23. And handed off first man through. He's got a first down. and goes forward, finally tackled by Matt Gentile. Too many tackles being made by the secondary here, Jay.
That's right. If your secondary is making all the tackles, these guys are going to have a long night tonight. They've got to mess things up in the backfield.
So first down for Jonathan Law at the 17. And they're marching the ball. Handoff going over right tackle, right in again, and another good gain. On first down, he gained about 7 or 8.
What Han is trying to do now is they're trying to stop the run. They've got McHenry as nose guard, meaning middle guard, right on the center. So they got a 5-man line right now.
That carry was to about the 11-yard line, a 7-yard gain. Second down for Jonathan Law. And they're going to keep running right over that same place. And the man heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Jonathan Law. So he went in almost untouched all the way. With 7:01 left in the second quarter, the first score of this ball game put Law ahead.
Well, that interception really juiced the Law men up. And now Han's got to dig down deep and find some pride and come back and run it right down the field offensively against Law.
So the conversion try coming up for Jonathan Law, who takes the lead 6-0. Good snap, good placement, and the kick is good. A low kick, but it sailed through the upright. Jonathan Law leads 7-0 over Daniel Hand. As we're set to kick off, Jonathan Law will kick off after the first score of this game to Daniel Hand. Back deep for Hand are Sean Lynch on the far side, Tim Cunningham on the near side. We have 7:01 left before halftime. Kickoff is a bouncing low kick down the middle and fielded and down at about the 34 by Chris Torres. So a low bouncing kick. Daniel Hand gets the ball back with 6:57 left in the second quarter. Trailing in this game, 7-0. So many high formation, 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Gentile rolling to the near side.
Good protection.
An incomplete pass in and out of the hands of Sean Lynch and almost intercepted on the deflection. So I'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What Matt is trying to do is throw over the defenders, and that ball's got some juice on it. It's not coming down, and it's going over the head of the receiver. That time it was tipped up in the air.
The ball's at 34, 2nd and 10. Gentile looking at the throw again, and complete pass. Good catch by Ken Wilson for a gain of about 5. Brings it up to the 40.
6 yards on the play, brings up 3rd and 4 for Ian from there.
Gained about 6 on that play, so 3rd and about 4.
And this is a big play, Kemp, because after that interception and touchdown, Han really needs to get a drive going.
That last pass play just barely got by a defender before Ken Wilson was able to catch it. Gentile looking to throw again. Man on the far side. That's Derek Dene, tight end, first down.
And that's a big, big first down because it keeps the drive alive and it brings him up to midfield.
Hand does not throw to the tight end very much, but Derek Dene was wide open over on the far side. First down for Hand at the 48.
And you know, this passing is going to open up the running game.
To this side of the field. Gentile rolling, and he's throwing to Sean Lynch. Complete pass. He's down to the 40. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Gains another 5 yards. First down.
Super effort by Sean Lynch. Not only did he catch the ball, but he really ran hard and shook off some tackles for another 5 yards. Great job.
That takes the ball to the 35-yard line. First down for Hand with 5.5 minutes left in the half. Lynch slips to the far side. Pitch to Ned Lynch, and Lynch goes through a crack, and a good gain for Ned Lynch, and he is very near another first down. Looks like they're going to mark it about a yard short.
And there you go, Ken. You get that short passing game moving, and that's going to keep the defense off stride. It's going to open up that running game.
9-yard gain for Ned Lynch. And we have a break in the action with a timeout by Jonathan Law. His hand is finally moving the ball on him. To the timeout by Jonathan Law. Daniel Hand has a 2nd and 1 with 5:12 left before halftime. Chris Dorez in at fullback. And handed off to Dorez. Dorez got the first down. He needed 1 and he gained 2 or 3. So first down for Hand inside the 25, about the 24. Clock shows exactly 5 minutes left before halftime. Split backfield this time with Ned Lynch and Scott Gumkowski. Handed off to Ned Lynch, who goes forward to about the 21.
It's the ball carrier for Hand. Stopped on the play by number 63 of Law, Ron Clifford.
So about a 3-yard gain on a simple dive play. Chris Holt is in the slot right. Sean Lynch in the far side. Holt in motion. Gentile rolling left. Throwing in, almost intercepted. Caught and dropped. He was aiming for Chris Holt. An incomplete pass. And Hand was a little fortunate not to have another interception, Jerry.
Yeah, Chris Holt was the motion man, and it overloaded the right defensive side of Law, and that's where Matt was trying to throw to, and he was open, but the ball was just a little bit behind him.
Well, we'll bring up a 3rd down in about 7. 2 men split to the left again. Gentile rolling left. Now Gentile keeps the ball, cuts up the middle, got a good gain going down about the 5-yard line. That will give Hand a first down plus 10.
Super job. And what Hand likes to do when they pass the ball is they run sprint out right and sprint out left. That was a design sprint out by the quarterback. There was no intention of that ball going in the air that time, Ken. Law wasn't ready for Matt to keep the ball, and he picked up some good yardage down the 5.
They didn't have enough defenders over there to handle it. Hand comes out on a power eye right. And another timeout by Jonathan Law with 4:04 showing on the clock. First down at the 5-yard line.
I think they're getting a little nervous. They want to talk about this one.
And with the first down at the 5, straight eye formation. They came out on a power eye before the first down. This is a keeper by the quarterback. Gentile headed for the end zone, and he stopped at about the 1. Roll right and run behind Sean Lynch, and Derek Dene was over there, the tight end.
When you find something that works, you stick with it and you do it again. That was the play that got him down to the 5-yard line. They thought they'd try the other side of the line.
So that will bring up 2nd down and between 1 and 2 yards for a touchdown for Hand. Power eye right this time. And they run right with Ned Lynch wedging forward. The ball is loose in the end zone. The ball is recovered by Jonathan Law in the end zone. Let's see what they call it. I believe Jonathan Law recovered a fumble. First down for Jonathan Law. They'll bring it out to the 20. So it was knocked out of Ned Lynch's arms at about the 1-yard line, fumbled into the end zone, recovered by Law.
Well, that's a tough break, too, because that's a true test of a winner and a football team that has a lot of character, to have an interception and have the ball run right down for a touchdown, and then to come back and take it all the way down the 1-yard line. That's real tough to lose it that way. What they've got to do is just do what they did and just do it again.
Jonathan Law is living right so far. They get a break on that one, get the ball first down at the 20-yard line, 3:27 left, 2nd quarter. And Law is continuing to lead, and the ball carrier is being ridden down the line by Ken Wilson, and I believe that was Kingsley.
Well, the defensive line did a good job of plugging up the hole, and there was really nowhere for the ball carrier to go, and so he just popped it outside, and Kenny was there.
So that was a gain of less than a yard. We're down to 3 minutes left, 2nd quarter.
This is where the defense can't let down. They've got to really stay pumped up and fired up and stop the Lawman right here.
2nd down and 9. At the 21. Motion man, and it's misdirection. Is that the scissors play you were describing, Jerry?
That's right.
They had people going in both directions. The gain was up to about the 25. Bring up a 3rd and 5.
That time Hand was in a 4-4 defense where McHenry was playing his linebacker position. And that's the defense that Hand really wants to stay in.
So the tackle by Chris Dorez, and Ken Wilson gain up to the 25-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 5 with 2:18 left before halftime. Jonathan Law leading in this game 7-0. And it's a run right up the middle and stacked up. The guy who submarined that was
a great
Justin
job.
Kingsley.
Great job by Justin Kingsley. Stayed nice and low and got some penetration in the backfield.
So that will bring up a 4th down and 5, and Daniel Hand is going to stop the clock with 2:05 left before halftime to make Jonathan Law punt. And with a 4th down coming in, expecting a punt in the game at this point, are number 90, Mike Richards, number 58, Rob DeZima. Punt formation for Jonathan Law. And it's punted out, far over the far side for Cunningham, who picks it up on about the 40, swinging to the near side, but he can't turn the corner, so no return.
Hand had a right return set up where they have a wall to the near side of the field, but the ball was kicked too far to the other side of the field, and there was just no way he'd get to the wall.
He couldn't get to the clear across the field to pick up the blockers. But Daniel Hand gets the ball back with 1:52 left in the first half. Trailing 7-0. Chris Dora is in at fullback. Ned Lynch, the tailback. Matt Gentile looking to throw, and it's a complete pass to Ken Wilson, out of bounds, stop the clock. First down for Hand. Brought down to the 43-yard line with a little over a minute and a half left.
Great job. If they can pick up 15 yards of crack, it won't take long before they'll find themselves in the end zone, Kent.
That was a well-thrown ball, lofted over the defender and right to Ken Wilson.
And out of bounds stops the clock.
Good first down for him. Gentile looking to throw again, and he's rolling left, being rushed, and is sacked in the backfield. Quarterback to the 49.
That was a big play by number 35, one of their wingbacks, because it really forced Hand to use one of their timeouts.
So that was almost a 10-yard loss by Hand, and a timeout is taken by Hand. After that sack of the quarterback by Law, Daniel Hand with 2nd down and 18 to go. Gentile going to keep the ball around the right side, and he makes a good gain. He got back almost half of it, Jerry.
He's able to pick up that yards because Law's in a 4-4 defense, and they're playing their linebackers in the secondary very, very soft. What Law doesn't want to do is give up the big play, and that will allow Hand to pick up 10, 15 yards of crack, but there's not a lot of time on the clock. So what they've got to do is get some of those big plays.
So it's right down to a minute left before halftime. And there it is. Pass across the middle to Sean Lynch, complete, and that should be enough for a first down.
And again, what I was saying is the secondary is giving a lot of cushion, meaning they're playing real deep, and that time the pass was thrown underneath that coverage in the secondary.
So wide open, Sean Lynch, his complete pass, 50 seconds left before halftime, and the ball started at the 33. The clock is wound up again, and Gentile rolling to the right, keeping the ball, running across the middle, and gains down to about the 28. And play is stopped again by Daniel Hand with a timeout with 31 seconds left before the half. With 31 seconds left, Daniel Hand took a timeout. It's a 2nd down and 5 at the 31. Excuse me, at the 29. And it's a pass play to the near side of the field, incomplete pass. And aim for Sean Lynch. That takes the clock down to 26 seconds and brings up a 3rd down and 5 for Hand.
And there was real heavy pressure put on Matt that time. Matt was hit as soon as he unloaded the ball.
So the ball's down to 28-yard lines, and they'll have time to make 2 cracks at it. Ken Wilson split to the right, Sean Lynch to the left. Gentile straight back, good protection. Now he's being flushed out and running left and throw. The ball is bounced in. Incomplete pass. did not get to the intended receiver, Sean Lynch, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, Jerry, with the clock showing 19 seconds. 4th and 5.
It looks like they're going to attempt a field goal from the 28.
That's going to be a long field goal. Sean Lynch has the tee set at the 35, which would mean a 45-yard field goal. Can he kick it that far, Jerry? He has a strong
He's got
leg.
a strong leg.
The ball has bounced back to the quarterback, however, and he's going to Gentile looking to throw, and it's intercepted by Law. Law would have gotten that ball back had it not been intercepted, however.
I don't think that was a design play. I think that was a result of the poor snap.
So Jonathan Law gets the ball back with 10 seconds left on the clock at the 20-yard line. So we've got time for maybe one play. The clock has been started, so Jonathan Law will probably not even get off a play before the halftime. Down to 1 second. That's it for the first half of this game. Jonathan Law leading Daniel Hand 7-0. Jerry, that was a defensive battle that first half.
It was, but I saw some real good things on the part of Hand. Hand didn't let down when the Lawmen came down and scored. They started moving the ball. They were mixing it up with short passes and runs, and some things were working for them. And really, the score right now should be 7-7, but it's not because of that fumble in the end zone. So Hand, as they go in at halftime, see that they're very capable of being able to move the ball against the Lawmen. And I think you're going to see a second half where they come out real tough.
So we should have an interesting second half of this game, a tight defensive struggle the first 2 quarters. At halftime, we have an extravaganza with bands tonight. The middle school with Mr. Clemens directing, and Mr. Fasano, the high school band, the masked bands of the two. And Jerry, you're going to introduce some of the youth football players, I understand, at the halftime also.
Yes, which has been a tradition for the last couple of years. They'll be receiving their Tiger Paws, representing their individual teams from the youth football program as Players of the Week.
And we will take a break until the halftime activities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the annual band night featuring the Birmingham High School Tiger Band and the Dr. Roberts High School Middle School Band. The 1991 Daniel
From the Junior Division Cougars, number 30, defensive end, Jeff Arbor. Number 34, running back, Tom Nelligan. From the Senior Division Tigers, number 41, linebacker, Dan Largacy. Number 23, running back, Brent Roberts. Congratulations to the Youth Football Players of the Week. And thanks to the Hand coaching staff for promoting youth football.
The Daniel Hand High School football family would like to take a moment to bid a goodbye to one of its biggest fans.
As we're about ready to pick up play for the second half of this game, Daniel Hand will get the ball first. Jonathan Law has the ball teed up on the 40, ready to kick off deep for Sean Lynch. On the far side, Tim Cunningham on the near side. Third quarter is beginning. This is Kent Sprague with Jerry Johnson and Lynn Richards on the camera and doing everything else through tonight. Kickoff by Law. It's a short one to the far side, fielded by Mike Burrell and brought back to the 34-35. So a short kickoff. Daniel Hand gets the ball across the 30.
Burrell carries the ball out around the 38-yard line. Hand takes over first and 10. From their own 38.
Well, Hand did a pretty good job in the first half offensively, Kent. They were denied a touchdown when the ball was fumbled in the end zone, and what they want to do is come back in the second half real tough and drive right down the field.
Well, Daniel Hand for the first play from scrimmage, second half, and an Hand jumps early this time. That will be a penalty against Hand. Make it 1st and 15. Somebody forgot the snap count on that one, Jerry.
Well, that was Derek Dene that left a little bit early. I think they're a little juiced up at halftime, and they want to come out here and play football, and what they've got to do is settle down and concentrate a little bit.
Just as a note of interest, I believe that's the first flag that's been thrown all night, as I recall. I don't believe there was a penalty in the whole first half against either team. So Daniel Hand, 1st and 15. Gentile rolling right, throwing right, and it's in and out of the hands of Sean Lynch. Incomplete pass.
See, that was great blocking on the corner. They put the defensive end right on his butt. So Matt really had the corner sealed, just wasn't able to get the ball there.
So 2nd down coming up, 15 to go for Hand at the 29. Tim Cunningham on the right side. Gentile rolling right, looking for Cunningham. Incomplete pass in and out of the arms of Tim Cunningham. Bring up 3rd and 15.
And Matt that time was right on the money. I think Tim was anxious to get the ball downfield and just wasn't able to hold on to it.
So the ball at the 29-yard line, and Hand have a 3rd down try. Nothing on the first two. John Lynch and Ken Wilson both come to the right. Gentile rolling right, and he's looking to throw long. He's got
Great reception.
Sean Lynch, and enough for a 1st down. Good play.
Super reception. They had good blocking on the corner again. That time they had 3 sprint outs, 3 sprint out pass plays to the right. That time it was good for 1st down.
And Sean Lynch did a good job of knowing how deep he needed to get just enough yardage, plus about 2 more for a 1st down. 1st down Hand at the 47. The early 3rd quarter. Jonathan Law continuing to lead 7-0. And off to Ned Lynch, who comes into the line and takes it to midfield. Over right guard, right tackle. The blocking in front of that play was John McHenry and Derek Dene.
Foot on the tackle for a while. Gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6 for Hand. Up the 50-yard line.
In the line for Hand are Derek Dene at tight end. Justin Kingsley at right tackle. Peter Clark at center. Gentile still has the ball, rolling to the left, now throws, incomplete pass, in and out of the hands of Sean Lynch. Playing a little bit behind him. That was 3rd down and about 7.
That was nice play action pass. There were a lot of long men that really didn't know where the ball was. Good job by Matt eluding that defensive man that got it in the backfield, and it's just too bad it wasn't the ball wasn't able to be held onto.
The rest of the line for Hand are Matt Young and Joel Donnelly on the far side. Gentile looking to throw, and now he throws high, out of bounds, incomplete pass. That will bring up a 4th down for Hand, 4th and 7. At the 47.
Brings up 4th and 6 for Hand from midfield.
Excuse me, they have the ball right at midfield. 4th down, though. 4th and about 7 yards. Ned Lynch back in punt formation. 3 men back to receive for Jonathan Law. Good snap. And goes off to the side of the foot of Ned Lynch and is rolling and will not be fielded. Rolls dead at the 20-yard line. So no return by Law.
The 20-yard line.
What Hand's got to do defensively as they start this series is they've got to have their linebackers come up and fill the hole when that sweep gets cranked up on the corner. If their outside men and the linebackers don't come up, they're going to be able to catch that corner on them.
Each corner is protected on the near side by Chris Holt, number 40, Ken Wilson on the far side. And it's handed off over right guard, right tackle for Jonathan Law, taken forward 3 or 4 yards. And John McHenry on the bottom of the tackle. Inside linebacker, co-captain for Hand. That was about a 5-yard gain on 1st down. Jonathan Law running over the right side again, and the man goes forward. He's about a yard short of a 1st down. Covered over there by Tim Cunningham.
That was a good hit on the line of scrimmage by, I believe it was Derek Dene, but he wasn't able to wrap the ball carrier up, and the ball carrier was able to pick up another 4 yards.
They'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Jonathan Law at the 29. All right, backfield for Jonathan Law, and the man gets enough yardage. Should be a first down just across the 30. Submarine by John McHenry, but should give them a first down.
On the 30-yard line, good for a first down for Law. First and 10.
Just barely, but he did get enough for the first down.
That time, Hand was in a 4-4 defense, and as soon as the ball was snapped, the linebacker shot the gaps, and they made a good play on the ball, but they only needed about a yard, so...
So first down for Jonathan Law, just across the 30. We have 8:40 left, third quarter. Law leading 7-0. Quarterback keeping. Now he's going to throw down the middle, and the man wide open in the middle. A complete pass, first down. Contact is made by Sean Lynch and Peter Lawler. But a first down for Law.
That time they went to a 5-man defensive front, which took a backer out of the secondary, and they weren't able to get good pressure on the quarterback, and that man was open underneath the coverage.
First down for Jonathan Law at midfield. Run to the right for Law, and a gain of a couple yards, and the man is still going. And bouncing off the tackles, an excellent run, and Hand is making a lot of arm tackles and not being able to wrap up their man. First down again for Jonathan Law at the 37, 36. Rob DeZima is in the game, protecting the far corner. Jonathan Law running right again. And DeZima has him around the ankles for a short gain, only about a yard. Rob DeZima just in the game, made the tackle.
That was a good job by Rob to close it down and make the good stop. What Hand's got to do defensively is suck it up and really get fired up and start hitting some people on defense.
Second down and 9 for Law at the 35. And another run over the right side and tripped up immediately.
That was John McHenry.
John McHenry.
Good job coming up from his linebacker position and filling the hole in the backfield.
So that was a gain of only a yard. Third down and 7. We're down near 7 minutes left, third quarter. And we have a break in the action as the ball rolled downhill a bit. 3rd and 7 for Jonathan Law. Run to the right again, and a man's got an opening. He's got the corner over there. First down and pushed out of bounds by Tim Cunningham. They run that same play a great deal.
That was the same play with the same running back running off tackle where he was able to break some arm tackles and make some yardage. That time there was they had the corner and he was able to get the first down.
So Jonathan Law gets a first down to the 25. We're just inside 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Law is leading 7-0. Handoff right up the middle. And a flag is thrown in Law's backfield. The gain of about 5 yards is picked up, but that should probably be against the offense.
It will be because number 41, who was the ball carrier, did leave early. He left before the ball was snapped.
So a procedure call against Law will nullify that play. And repeat first down, 1st and 15.
That may be just the edge the defense needs to dig in and get tough down here. That puts Law in a very difficult position with 1st and 15.
Joel Donnelly substituted into the game for this play. Derek Dene out. 1st and 15. Right up the middle. Man is fighting for yardage. Matt Young has a hold of him, and so does John McHenry around the ankles.
That time, John McHenry was again a down lineman, and Hand had a lot of men in the middle to try to stop that running attack up the middle. And that's exactly what they did. That extra man up front was able to fill the hole.
So McHenry and Joel Donnelly in on the play, a gain of only about 2. Second down and 13. And a run to the right again. And a man swinging right. And he's got a lot of defensive men coming up. Finally finished off by Matt Gentile and Tim Cunningham.
Well, there was a lot of pursuit on the corner that time, and it allowed Matt to come up from his safety position and make the good hit.
And that will lose a yard. Third down and about 14.
For Law from his 30-yard line.
Third and long for Jonathan Law, but they are just inside the 30-yard line. And a pitch this time to the sweep left, and a gain to the 25, tackled by Chris Doraz, Peter Lawler.
25-yard line by Chris Doraz.
That will bring up fourth down, about 9.
They ran that play in the first half to the right side. This time they came back to the left side, and that's just what it was, Ken. It was a quick pitch designed to get that back outside real fast.
So that will bring up 4th and 9, but Jonathan Law is at about the 24-yard line, so they'll go for it on 4th.
Big defensive play now for the Tigers.
Quarterback keep. He's looking to throw down the middle. It's complete pass. And a tackle is finally made by Chris Holt, but that should be another first down. First down at about the 12. So they picked up the 4th down play.
Well, that time the quarterback had an awful lot of time in the backfield to find that man open. Hand's defense has got to pressure the quarterback.
First down at about the 12. Jonathan Law can make a first down at the 2. And they're running to the right. And the man is going around right in, and he's being pursued over there by Tim Cunningham and Chris Holt. Excuse me, Chris Doraz. Doraz and Cunningham pushed him out of bounds. Gain of about 3.
That's that same misdirection play that they've been gaining so much yardage on, where number 22 kicks it outside the tackle. It's designed to go between the tackle and the end. That time it was closed up, so he popped it outside. Good pursuit by the defense.
So a gain of about 3. Second down and 7. And up the first man through, and he goes almost to the 5-yard line. They will spot it at about the 6. And they're going to need about between 3 and 4 yards for first down. 3.5 minutes left, third quarter. Jonathan Law moving the ball.
Defense has really got to dig in and suck it up right now. They can't allow Jonathan Law to punch it in for another touchdown.
Ball is at the 6-yard line. Power eye right for Jonathan Law. And they run to the right behind the blocking, and a man takes it down near the goal line.
And he'll have a first and goal.
That will be a first down, but he does not get the touchdown on it. First down at the 1. Jonathan Law looks a great deal like Hand's running attack when they get down
very
close.
similar. They're very similar. They run a power ball control offense.
So first down at the 1-yard line. Power eye right again. And the same play, quarterback or the tailback takes it in. Touchdown, Jonathan Law. Makes the score 13-0 with 2:45 left, third quarter.
There's still a lot of football left in the second half. Don't count the Tigers out.
So the conversion try coming up. Jonathan Law has scored twice. Daniel Hand is yet to get on the scoreboard. Conversion, the snap back, placement, kick is up and good. 14-0. Jonathan Law leading Daniel Hand.
With 2:45 remaining in the third quarter, the score is somewhere around 14 over here, Tigers 0.
Law with their second score, getting a 4th and 9 conversion down there to get down there to the score, and then just powered it into the end zone. We'll kick off back to Hand. Sean Lynch and Tim Cunningham back to receive. It's a low line drive, bounced and knocked down by Cunningham, picked up. They turn up the middle, now he bounces to the near side. A good return up over the 30 to about the 32. So Daniel Hand will get the ball back with 2:37 left on the clock, third quarter.
And really, with the quarter almost gone, this is really their second possession of the second half, because Jonathan Law had the ball for the better part of that first quarter, of the third quarter.
Chris Torres in a fullback, Ned Lynch a tailback. Matt Tenpal over center. Ned Lynch turning to the right, and he is tripped up, no gain.
That was the toss right that was working so well last week, but I'm sure that Jonathan Law has been spending a lot of time looking at the films, and they had some good movement into the off-tackle hole that time.
Now in a tailback is Scott Gunkowski, Chris Torres as a fullback. Chris Holt in motion. Tenpal rolling left, looking to throw. Now he's going to keep, and he's being tackled. That'll be a loss of a yard or so. Bring up a third down and a little over 10.
Third down. I'm sure that wasn't a design run. That was really a defensive secondary sack, because the corner was sealed off, but he was able to break through the outside, and Matt really didn't have anywhere to throw the ball.
Ned Lynch back in the game. John Lynch put wide to the near side of the field. Ken Wilson in motion, same side. And it's thrown to Wilson. Incomplete pass, thrown behind him. Bring up a fourth down and 11.
You know, Kent, Matt's really upset with himself for being that far off the mark. I can see Steve Filippone talking to Matt, trying to keep him up, because he doesn't want his young quarterback to get down on himself. Matt's a real competitor. He's going to come back and fight real hard.
Ned Lynch in punt formation. And he gets the kick out, a high spiral, heading down about the 32-yard line, where it's going to be returned. And a good return up the middle, and finally dragged down by Cunningham, and is down about the 40-yard line. So a very good return, good position for the Lawmen. So Hand did not contain the man receiving that punt. It was a good long high kick.
Well, the runner really wasn't moving after he caught the ball, and I think some of the defenders thought it was a fair catch.
Jonathan Law down at the 41. We're inside of a minute left, third quarter. Law is leading 14-0. Run to the right, and a third game stacked up over there by Ken Wilson, Derek Janae.
That was a great defensive play and an offensive play that the Lawmen have been very successful with tonight. They can shut that down and shut the middle down and get the ball back, and maybe they can do something with it.
So no gain. Second down and 10. We're down to 10 seconds. They may not get this play off before the end of the third quarter. Clock is at 2 as the ball is handed off and run up the middle, tackled by John McHenry, which will run out the third quarter, with the Lawmen from Milford, Jonathan Law High School, leading Daniel Hand 14-0. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, Jonathan Law has a third down and 6. To the 37, swing to the right, and the play is messed up by Ken Wilson. Gain of a couple of yards, and that will bring up a fourth down and 4.
That was a great play by Kenny, because they really had the defensive overloaded that side. They had two wide receivers and also a wing back, and it was a sweep to that defensive side, and Kenny was able to break through and make the hit in the backfield.
So fourth down and 4 for Jonathan Law at the 35-yard line, and they're deep enough they will go for it on fourth down.
It'll be scissors. No.
Quarterback still got the ball. A flag is thrown. A complete pass across the middle down to the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. We do have a flag lying on the 35-yard line.
What that was play action to make it look like the scissors play. The quarterback kept the ball and threw it downfield. Good completion, but big break for Hand in that the penalty is against Law.
A holding call against Jonathan Law negates the first down and pushes them back.
Well, when you hold the defensive man, that helps give the quarterback time to throw the ball, Kent.
They have also had some good blocking up there most of the game.
That is a penalty, a holding penalty against the
Not only does that stop the drive from the first down, but it really moves the ball back quite a bit. If
They'll make a punt. Ken Wilson and Tim Cunningham are back to receive. A high snap, and he gets it kicked out. A wobbly kick aimed for Cunningham, and Cunningham is coming to the near side, and he is hit at about the 22, 23-yard line. Daniel Hand gets the ball back with 10:54 left.
Stop around
In the fourth quarter.
22-yard line. Pretty much stopped by Mike Ferreira and Brian Foote on the flag.
For the 22, Jerry, they need 2 scores here to tie or take the lead. Will they open it up at this point? Gentile rolling right, and he's got a man on him over there. Gets it away. Complete pass to Sean Lynch for a gain of about 6 yards.
That was a great job by Matt to get the ball away. That was a sprint out right, and their defensive end was able to keep the contain and not get hooked inside, and he was just bringing Matt down when Matt got rid of the ball. I think that's going to really help Matt's confidence being able to keep himself from being sacked.
So instead of a long sack, they got a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4. Ned Lynch in motion. Gentile rolling to this side and throws incomplete pass aiming for Lynch. But Gentile had a man right in his face as he threw that ball. 10 minutes left in this ball game. And trailing by 2 touchdowns.
That time, I think Matt was really trying to just unload the ball, and what he didn't want to do was make the mistake of unloading it over the head of the offensive receiver and have another interception.
Third down and 4 for him. And throws a complete pass. Sean Lynch, and Sean Lynch is up near midfield. First down and considerably more.
That was a real important first down because Hand in the second half really hasn't been able to mount a drive. And really, they only had one drive in the first half that ended up in a fumble in the end zone. That keeps the drive alive, and with only 10 minutes remaining, it's very important that Hand mounts a drive right now.
About a 25-yard gain up to the 48. First down for Hand. Gentile rolling left, looking to throw one out to Sean Lynch over his head, incomplete.
That time, Hand's defensive line and backs on the corner did a great job of giving Matt a lot of time.
Jerry, I just happened to notice that I haven't seen Tom Hopkins in this game. He's normally a whiteout. He's in uniform down in front with one leg taped. Is he hurt, or do you know?
I really don't have any. I'm really not sure, Ken.
Gentile looking to throw again, and now he brings it down and runs, and he's up to about the 45. So a gain of about 7 yards.
Nice heads-up play by Matt Gentile. The receivers were covered. Matt didn't want to throw the ball and risk an interception. He was able to pick up about 6 yards.
Peter Clark over the wall at center. Matt Gentile, quarterback. Scott Gomskowski at fullback. Ned Lynch, tailback. Pitch to Lynch. On the left side, Lynch gains a couple. And he's about a yard short of a first down, it looks like, from here.
About a yard short, but with only 8.5 minutes on the clock, I think that Hand's going to go for it. They've got some momentum. They're picking up some yards. If they can punch this in for first down, I think that's going to move them down the field.
Ball's up at 43, but it's a 4th and 1 for Hand. And foul forward by Chris Torres, and from this angle, looks like he has it.
Chris was hit behind the line of scrimmage. He was nice and low, put his shoulder down, and drove enough for the first down. Great job on the line, and great job by Chris to power that ball in for the first down.
And Justin Kingsley gets off to the bottom of that pile up, leading or blocking straight forward. And that looks like a first down from here. They will measure.
They don't have to waste time, Kent. They can just listen to us. We know it's first down.
The first down by the length of the football. So Daniel Hand with a first down. The clock is down to 8:24 left in this ball game, trailing by 2 touchdowns to Jonathan Law of Milford. Gentile straight back. Now he's looking to throw long down, aiming for Lynch, and overthrown, incomplete pass. Ned Lynch down the middle, and Lynch is limping a little bit going after that ball. I don't believe he's got his usual quickness tonight.
No, he really doesn't. Ned's got some tremendous speed, and what we were told before the game today was he really didn't have full motion of his leg. I think if Ned was 100%, he might have been able to get under the ball.
That'll bring up second down and 10, just across the 40. Looking to throw. Now he brings it down and running up the middle. Tripped up, but he's up within a yard of another first down.
Another good job by Matt, seeing a big wide open seam, and I think that's very, very close to first down. If Matt was able to keep his footing when he made that cut, I think he would have had the first down.
They'll bring up a third down and 1 at the 33. And off to Scott Gumkowski, who's down to the 30. That's a first down. First down Hand. The clock continues to roll, Jerry. It's going to be in the Lawman's favor here before long if Hand can't put up a quick score.
Yeah, it is. Hand is driving, but they really are starting to chew the clock up.
2 receivers to the right. Going to the right. Gentile rolling right. Gets out of the way of one man. Complete pass to Sean Lynch. Sean Lynch breaks a tackle and takes it enough for another first down inside the 20.
That was a great move by Sean to be able to get the first down. He didn't have the first down when he caught the ball, but he was able to loot a couple of tackles and get that first down. Great job by Sean.
So Sean Lynch takes it down to about the 16, another first to 17. That's another first down for Hand.
Good job by Matt to get rid of the ball, too, Ken.
That was. We're inside of 7 minutes left in this ball game. Gentile rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Now he throws one to Sean Lynch, and Lynch catches it inside the 10. That's very close to another first down. The 8-yard line, and they look like they're about a yard short. Maybe they'll measure. They're going to measure. We have a break in the action while they measure with 6:40 left on the clock. Daniel Hand moving the ball. That last play, Daniel Hand is about a yard short of a first down. And the ball is placed at the 8-yard line. Sean Lynch split wide to the right with single coverage. Chris Torres and Ned Lynch are in the backfield. Ken Wilson in the slot.
Toss right.
Toss right. Ned Lynch wedges it forward. And he's inside the 5-yard line.
And he picked up half of it, Kent. That's a lot of yardage when you're down that territory. When you start from the 8 and get down to the 4.
I was looking for a flag, but I didn't see one. Lawman moved early, but apparently didn't get across the line of scrimmage. Ball's about the 4-yard line now. That makes it a first down at the 4-yard line. Daniel Hand moving a ball. Ned Lynch in motion. In the end zone, incomplete, aiming for Ned Lynch, who was near his brother Sean. And brings up a second and goal at the 4-yard line with 6:06 left on the clock.
From Law's 4-yard line with 6:06 left on the clock in the game.
That time they really overloaded the right defensive side of Lawman, and Ned was open. The ball was just behind him.
Dorez and Ned Lynch in the backfield. Ken Wilson in motion. And it's a keeper all the way by Matt Gentile, and he's not going to score. He gets down about another yard or so.
Sweep on the left side.
2.5.
Gets down between a 2 and a 3. They'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. The stick has moved about a yard, and he's got 2 to go for a touchdown.
Power eye right.
Chris Dorez in to help block, and Ned Lynch is carrying the ball forward, and he goes for the end zone and does not get there. Dropped at the 1.
This brings up a big play, Ken. It's
Daniel Hand takes a
fourth down about 2 yards.
Daniel Hand, a timeout, and it's still, almost 2 yards for a touchdown. So we have a big 4th down play at the 2-yard line. 4th and goal for Daniel Hand. 5:24 left in the ball game. Daniel Hand trailing 14-0 to the Lawmen of Milford. There's 2 receivers to the right, Ken Wilson and Sean Lynch, and Ned Lynch in motion the same direction. Gentile rolling right, throwing right, and it's complete pass. Touchdown Hand to Sean Lynch in the end zone.
What that was 2 wide receivers to the right, then went in motion, created trips to the right, meaning 3 wide receivers to the right, which overloaded that left defensive side for Law, and there were 2 men open, and Matt had his choice of who he wanted to throw to, and he picked Sean Lynch.
So with only 5:18 left in this ballgame, Hand gets their first score. They're now trailing 14-6 with a conversion coming up.
That's tough.
And takes a timeout before the conversion try.
And that's a real problem because with only 5 minutes remaining, Hand really needed that timeout to stop the clock with the Lawmen having the ball.
Third timeout taken of the second half. Sean Lynch in to try the conversion. Matt Gentile the holder. Peter Clark the snapper. Good snap, good hole, and it's blocked by the Lawmen. Man came in clean from the near side of the field and blocked the extra point try, so the score remains the Jonathan Lawmen 14, Daniel Hand 6. What you go for 1 there, and then if they did score again, Daniel Hand's first score of this ball game. The conversion try was blocked. They will kick off back to the Lawmen with 5:18 left in the ball game, trailing by 8 points. So they cannot stop the clock, I don't believe, on timeout, but they need a turnover. Sean Lynch has the ball beat up. Lynch kicks away. It's a kick down to inside the 10.
Great kick by Sean.
And the return is up the middle. And return back across the 20 to the 25, 26. They had him pinned pretty deep, but he did bring it back across the 25.
Well, the defense better look at this as a war. Jonathan Law is going to start off at about their 26. Defense has got to get real tough, come up real fast, and make some things happen in the backfield.
So the clock is rolling, and we have only 5 minutes left in this ball game, and Hand is trailing by 8 points. Jonathan Law with the ball. And Hand has a lot of defensive men up close to the line of scrimmage, and they stack a runner up for a yard gain at most.
Well, Hand knows that Law's not going to do anything fancy right now. What Law wants to do is run out the clock. Law's going to be playing defensive football offensively, and what Hand wants to do is plug up those holes and not allow Law to pick up enough yards for a first down so they can get the ball right back.
Peter Clark and Chris Dorez in on that tackle. A gain of 1. John McHenry only a couple yards off the line of scrimmage. The run is to the near side, and a man is met by two players.
Nice job by Matt Young in the backfield.
Young has his man around the ankle, and Rob DeZima comes in to help finish off the play. So third down and 11, and a loss of a yard. We're down to 4 minutes.
See, this is a real true test of character. They're down by 8 points with only about 4 minutes remaining, and the defense is fired up, and they're shooting the gaps, and they're making some hits in the backfield.
So third and 11 at the 25. Quarterback is keeping the ball. He's going to look to throw down the middle. He's got a man wide open. Complete pass. First down. Got just enough for a first down before the tackle was made by Chris Torres and Chris Holt. But a first down for Jonathan Law with 3.5 minutes left in the game. That'll give him another series of downs.
That's a real tough first down because Jonathan Law now can really run off an awful lot of time off the clock with 4 plays.
Ball up near the 39. So Jonathan Law looking to run the ball, let the clock roll, and it's a gain of a couple of yards. John McHenry has a hold of the ball carrier. Peter Clark in on it.
Out across the 40-yard line.
Chris Holt from the far corner came in to help make the tackle. Gain of a couple. But the clock is rolling, Jerry, and we're inside of 3 minutes.
Second, 7 minutes. Law from their own 42-yard line.
Second down and between 7 and 8 yards to go. And a run on the far side, tackled by Peter Clark, short gain. John McHenry in on the tackle also. Bring up third and about 5.
Third down and 5 from the 44-yard line as well.
So Jonathan Law is in control of the ball. Third and 5. And the clock runs down to about 2 minutes left in this game. And it's a run by Law to the near side. The man breaks a tackle. He's got a first down. Across 50. Finally tackled by Peter Lawler and Tim Cunningham, but another first down with the clock at 1:56.
And that gives Jonathan Law the opportunity to run that clock pretty much out with 4 plays. And defense now, what they've got to do is get penetration and really get their nose on the ball and jar that football loose.
So Jonathan Law with a power eye in the backfield. And it's just power running straight forward. Most of the hand players in there. John McHenry, of course, is one of them. He's in on all running plays that are aimed up the middle. But the clock continues to roll in Jonathan Law's favor. And Hand can do nothing about it except try to stop the offense. As we come down to 1 minute left in this ball game, Jerry, about the only chance that Hand has of having a chance to win this game is if they had a turnover. And Law taking all the time that they can, took a little too much there, but they really don't care because the clock continued to run.
Well, that penalty works in their favor. They want to take as many seconds off the clock as possible with each play, and they have 3 more downs to do it in.
So we have to make second and about 12, 13. Well, the 48-yard line, the clock is showing 54 seconds left.
And won't be able to get the ball back on possession. What they've got to do is jar the ball loose.
And it's a run to this side of the field, and the ball carrier is being tackled by Justin Kingsley. Matt Gentile.
And that's Hand's last timeout.
And did have one left, but they used their last timeout with 43 seconds left on the clock. Third down and 12 for the Lawmen.
You've seen Hand's Doug Flutie impersonation before, Kent, with trips to the right and a little Hail Mary action. If they can get the ball back, they've got an opportunity to tie the game up.
We still have Jonathan Law coach in the middle of the field. For that last time out by Hand, Steve Philippone out in the huddle for Hand, encouraging his players, giving them a pat on the back or the helmet. Jonathan Law looking to just hang on to the ball here with 3rd and 12. And it's a run over the left side, tackled by Peter Clark. John McHenry for only a yard gain, but the clock is running, and we're down to a half a minute left in the game.
They should be able to run the clock all the way down to about 5 or 6 seconds.
So that's a 4th down coming up, but they will probably just let it go and
they'll let
take
it
a
go.
penalty, won't they?
They'll let it go, take the penalty, and then punt it away.
So the clock is rolling as Jonathan Law is just standing there watching it. And there comes the flag. The flag is thrown with 5 seconds left on the clock. So a 5-yard delay of game penalty against Jonathan Law.
You know, they won't punt it away either, Kent. With only 5 seconds on the snap of the ball, the time will just run out.
Player game against the Law, pushes the ball back another 5 yards. 4th and 18 from the Hand, from the own 44-yard line.
Quarterback probably won't even hand the ball off. The quarterback will probably just take the snap and go back and
5
run it out.
seconds left. It's a 4th down play, but all they need to do is burn 5 seconds off the clock. And Jonathan Law takes a timeout before that.
Timeout before the first of the half.
It's a timeout for it.
I don't know.
4th down play for Law, but only 5 seconds left on the clock. Jonathan Law will take a timeout. Tight formation. The quarterback will just probably keep it. The quarterback rolls back, and he's running for the sideline, being chased, and the clock runs out before that play ends. And he ran backwards for about 20 yards as the clock expired and the game runs out. Very good defensive game. Daniel Hand came up on the short end of the score, 14-6. But there were some good things on defense there. There's not much scoring.
There's some good things on defense. There are some good things on offense. They were fired up. They really couldn't get too much movement. And when they did get moving, they had some mistakes, some interceptions, some fumbles. Hand played well and just didn't come up on top tonight.
So that's how wraps it for this game. That takes Hand's record to 4-2. And Jonathan Law now leading the conference with a 5-1 mark and no losses in the Coastal Conference. So the final score of this game is Jonathan Law of Milford 14, Daniel Hand 6. See you next week.